We've got breaking news in New York City. The New York Fire Department telling CNN that a helicopter has crashed into the Hudson River.
A terrifying sight on the Hudson River here in New York City today. A helicopter crashing into the river.
This is a helicopter that made a hard landing into the Hudson River right on the other side of that fence. This happened about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Video from social media shows the helicopter spinning and the pilot fighting to stay airborne just moments before it loses altitude and makes a crash landing into the Hudson River.
Police say that pilot fell short of a Manhattan landing pad and slipped into the river. You can see this video. The chopper's flotation devices did deploy right there.
Here we are in New York City today. Today is May 15th. Today was quite the eventful day.
I don't think we'd be doing this if we didn't see what we saw today, but sometimes there's just some extraneous circumstances that come out of it.
Yeah. We were going here for a regular shoot, and next thing you know, we were at the Hudson Yards area up in Midtown, and we were on the High Line, and next thing you know, we see a helicopter going out of control, spinning like crazy, and we're both like, what is going on?
It just looked like he was doing tricks or whatever. And then he spun real quick and went right into the water. And nobody believed what happened. Nobody, everyone behind us was just like, there's no way the helicopter actually spun. You know, I mean, we got off the High Line and we ran down
People
to the spot.
recording with their cameras, their phones. Wow!
Hold on, I gotta quit on that.
Along the High Line.
NBC ran past us.
NBC ran past us.
That was the press.
Everyone was running past us. We were all like shocked about like what was happening. The NYPD closed down the West Side highways.
Yep.
So there was a certain point where it was completely closed, and only ambulances, FDNY fire trucks, police cars, federal cars were all going by. That was within minutes. We hear the sirens. They knew right away that this happened. And, we were running down, we were trying to see what was going on.
Yo. Oh my God.
And, we go on the West Side Highway, and, we end up right at the pier where the helipad was.
Yeah, because we ran off the High Line down 34th Street onto the West Side Highway and ran down.
Yeah, when we got over there, there were so many people lining up by the dock, by the pier where the helipad was. We were running over there. We wanted to see what was going on. We were taking pictures. Other people were taking pictures. The park police were there. There were so many different people there.
Oh my God.
And then the news team showed up. And obviously looking for anybody who saw anything.
So there were a bunch of reporters that were asking us questions, and then we're both actually on the news, both local and national.
The chopper flipped over.
We see the helicopter, and at first maybe I thought it was a stunt because it was starting to wobble a little bit, and then it started to become a little bit more suspicious, and the next thing you know, it disappeared.
I thought he was doing tricks at first. I thought it was like a private ride or something, and he was like doing some tricks for people. He took a tailwind and he spun real fast and he went right into the water. It couldn't have happened any longer than like 5 seconds.
Starting to wobble a little bit suspiciously. We were kind of surprised that, okay, this doesn't seem exactly right. I thought maybe it was a stunt or something. And next thing you know, it's out of sight. I thought maybe it was like a stunt at first, or like, they were trying to plan something out. But next thing you know, it disappears, and then the sirens start going by, and then people are saying it's a crash.
Yeah. It was crazy to see like the amount of news coverage that like came in so fast. underwater for like 10 minutes before. ABC, CNN, CBS, NBC, Fox, everybody was there.
All the networks were there, both their local affiliates here in New York and then also their national affiliates.
It was like one reporter showed up and was asking like, did anyone see anything? And after one of us talked to him, there was like 9 of them behind us.
Like Jack was answering the questions from the one reporter, I think she was from CBS. And then, he was like, oh, this is my friend. She asked me questions, and then the next reporter went to Jack, and then the next reporter went to me, and then it just kept going on like a positive back on and on and on.
New York Post was there, Reuters was there, AP was there. Everyone was there covering this. I mean, it's not often that something crashes in New York.
We were both very surprised with the amount of questions we were getting, because I guess most of the people that actually saw it were on the High Line.
Yeah.
So by the point where we were at the pier, and the people that at the pier were pretty much just stopping there because they were like on a run or on a bike ride or just walking by. We later had found out, because now it's about 7:30, and we were both on different news stuff. We were both quoted. Jack had footage of the actual helicopter.
It's just crazy to see the amount of news coverage that like happens around something like this, and also the response from like the emergency personnel. You got to give it to the FDNY for closing down everything so quickly.
All right, so here's the crazy part. We were about to go back to Times Square to take the subway downtown to World Trade Center over here, and we're like, oh, let's go to the Hudson Yards subway station.
Let's go check it out. I heard it's cool, it's new.
And our route that we went on, we're like, oh, let's take the High Line. And then
we weren't even supposed to take the High Line. We were just gonna walk.
We weren't even supposed to take the High Line. We were like, oh yeah, we'll check it out.
We took the steps and we walked up, and we were up there and kind of looking out. There he is, and
the helicopter's up, and then it twists, it's turning, and next thing you know, fell on the ground or fell into the water. We were both very surprised at the presence of how quick the response was, and luckily the guy was okay.
The crazy part is that the guy's alive. Like he's unharmed. He's got like a scratch. He's got like maybe a scratch or 2 on him, but he's completely, other than that, unharmed.
Yeah.
Which is the most amazing part of this whole thing, is that he's actually alive.
Yeah, we were both very surprised to hear that, and that there was nobody else on the helicopter. It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime things that you see on the news and never think that you'd be able to witness it in person.
Never ever thought in a million years I'd ever be able to say that. I think that's really scary for people like us, is that photographers and videographers go up in these helicopters on these private tours, and even last year a helicopter took 4 photographers down with him in the East River. So thank God this wasn't another repeat of that, because that's just, it's awful.
It was certainly a lot to process, but now it's later on in the day, digesting a little bit. We're getting text messages and messages from our friends saying like, you guys were just on the news, you guys are in this story on Twitter, and we're just like, oh, we have, we're just here. We're here, still here. We haven't been home yet. But yeah, so we're gonna be heading back soon. But definitely quite the eventful day. Overall, a very crazy day.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot that had happened between all the interviews, what we actually saw, a helicopter crashing. It's one thing to see a helicopter crash or to see something that is on the news, and then it's one thing to be
actually look at it with your own eyes and have to like process and like question, like, did that really just happen?
Here we are in New York City.
That's the spot.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty.
Shout out the ferry boat captain that saved the guy from the river too. Your boat. Your homie.